saying everything.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
I had somebody over.
Touchdown, Raiders! Kendrick
I had
Bourne,
somebody over.
his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
All Stars just gave for 6'9". They need to stay posting it.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Now the Raiders have got him.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Mad Max
in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
I was not trying to grab that ring.
So we've reached the intermittent. All right, folks.
Oh, we going after our
back to this
stream
week
this
4
Madden, man. I'm
matchup.
trying to
We
stream
won't
it
put
up
up a
on
fight.
something. What we know, man.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy
Just say if they pay me, I'll do this for free.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raiders defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, gets hit and he fumbles. And the Raiders pick it up.
The ball carrier.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They give them a gain of 38. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders.
Matt Gay on.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. They'll come out to the 25.
The stream,
now the
and if it's
Baltimore
franchise,
offense
I was
heading
going to
back
say,
out
oh,
onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word.
I'm almost done. The third quarter, 4 minutes left, and we got one more quarter with another 5 minutes left. And then take that long. Sometimes they simulate for some of the games.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Nice throw here, right side. He holds it in. Past the 20. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa.
That's what I did a blitz. You've seen me with his play.
It's good, and it's now 35-14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. Oh, able to avoid him. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
That's a really nice job
by
them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And he is in.
Next Gen Stat play right there. Caught on the stream. Y'all see
passes
the
now for
stream.
Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air.
Next-gen stat play, y'all. Y'all know what's going on. He said, man. Yeah, that's a touchdown. Yeah, that's a touchdown. I don't know what Madden told him. That's a touchdown. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point.
Man.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. 5 plays there on the, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
That was the next gen stat play. I couldn't tell me I was going to get
This will
that.
make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin
Halfway
at the
down,
25.
halfway
Baltimore about
down.
ready to go on offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime some possible change. Those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. What I mean by that is, just what you said, you go over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out.
And he'll take it into
Next
the
gen
end zone
stat
for
play.
the Raider
Another one.
touchdown. Kendrick Bourne with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
That's another thing for some reason.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
And now
I'm gonna have to do
Baltimore
another
gets
stream
set to
after this,
take the
because it's
field.
13 minutes.
And they had the
That's
fumble
long.
last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no.
I thought they were about to let him get a start of it.
The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll go again with Dobbins. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. First down.
That's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. He's got a first. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Yep, I'm about to do another stream, y'all. It's